Looks like we have 5 people on here. Excellent. And you are not here for me, you are here for seeing the new cruise port, so let's get to it. Let me flip the camera around. You can see here we are. I'm on Independence of the Seas this weekend. There's Freedom over there, a couple Carnival ships, and a Norwegian Sky. So let's get on with it. Sorry for the technical delays. This is my first time scheduling a live stream ahead of time, and it was not the most intuitive thing on earth in order to get the live stream started. So I figured we'd start out on the piers. The piers have been this way for a little while. It's the new buildings that I think we're all waiting for.
Hello, everybody. I would just like to how much do you think?
Hey, if someone could throw a comment out there that you are getting this live stream, it looks like we have a number of people on.
7 out of 7.
Pretty busy here in port with 5 ships. You see a bit of the new port building, I should say. Norwegian Sky right there. And I don't know how this is going to go. This just opened this weekend. I believe on Friday was the first day. So I have no idea what it's going to be like in here, what's going to be open, what's not going to be open. Right there, you got a pretty cool video screen. Guessing highlighting all kinds of, well, that is not Nassau. All kinds of cruise destinations, I guess. So we've got this kind of crazy spaceship-looking building. This is the gateway into Nassau. Big inflatable walls. The building over there is quite empty, so not much in there yet. So, got this nice open courtyard here. They seem to send everybody in this direction. So let me pan back and get a look at the building we went under. So, hard to see. There you go. So I'm not quite sure what this building's going to be. Could be a cruise port for when they want to base a ship out of here. Looks like they have some offices over here. And this area is closed off to the outside. So can't go out that way, at least quite yet. But over here on the left, we have the Bahamas Museum of Junkanoo and the Junkanoo Museum. So let's take a look here. Really cool artwork there. The If you guys remember the old port and just being sent right into the gauntlet of vendors and people trying to grab tours, well, it's probably going to be the same way. It looks like you have a taxi and tour building over here. So over on the left here is the exit out to the city. If you want to head that way right away, you can just duck right out without going through the vendors. How you doing? Hey. All right. Enjoy your day. Thank you. Over on the right, where you can come and get your taxis. So it looks like they have different lines to go to different places, tours, over to Paradise Island in Atlantis, and to Cable Beach in Baja Mar. So easy way to go and find. Got a ship blowing its horn. Here we got our vendors, and we got a lot of these. I won't duck into everyone. Some hats and trinkets, typical t-shirts, my favorite, the hot sauce. Sorry, slow going with the crowd. They got the bar. The bar is popular already. Slushies. Now, over here, it's a nice plaza. Looks like you can get some hair done, hair braiding.
Oh my God!
Kinds of hair services. So, pavilion for that. Let's go check out the rest of this place. Looks like some work going on still in some of these booths. Got a slushy space or slushy vendor. Other trinkets. Just a show. Won't go through them. But there is another side to the marketplace with a bunch more vendors. So, plenty of, I guess, purchasing opportunities before you even have to get into the main part of Nassau. Looks like this area is still, it's called Port Plaza, but it is still under construction, nothing here yet. So now it looks like we're getting some other shops. It's like a shop will be called Bahari. Another shop called My Ocean. Got stuff in there. Oh, this is cool. There's a gelato shop right there. It's another beachwear shop that doesn't look like it's ready yet. There's a place over here called World of Grey Cliff, and there is a place called the Grey Cliff Hotel, where you can either stay or go get tea service. And looks like you can buy some rum and other things here. Looks like they had some rum out for sampling. And Bahama handprints. That's some clothing. Some nice stuff in there. Keep moving along. There's a directory up here, so we'll take a quick look at that. So this is where we walked in, the arrivals terminal, and then so they call that the arrivals terminal number 1. There's a welcome center. Past the Junkanoo Museum, went through the port marketplace, Port Plaza. That was that area still under construction. And then there's the amphitheater at the end, and taxis, tours, ground transportation, and the West Marina restaurant. So we'll have to walk down there, see if we can get that far and check that out. Here's another shop called the Global Portier Official Port Shop. So this is their, I guess, official port shop. Hello. Tons of food. There's a place over here that looks interesting, but not open yet. Bamboo Shack, deliciously Bahamian, coming soon. So that'll be cool to check out when it's open. And remember, this is just all in the port. We actually haven't left the port yet. So there is, plenty to do outside the port here. There's another place here. It doesn't look either it's not open or it's not ready to be open yet. It's called the Gallery and Wine Bar. So that'll be another interesting place to check out. So as I expected, they're open, but a lot is not done yet. You have another store here called the Island Post. I would assume that is a store. Get into a kind of another open plaza area. Another unfinished area. Place here called Preacher's Kid, coming soon. So that is not open either. So we're gonna have to come back and do this again when there's more open here for sure. We won't be back to Nassau for about 6 months. We have cruises booked going elsewhere. So, but here's really cool. This is one of the interesting pieces of engineering that we've seen being built over the last 2 years as they've been working on this project. This is they're calling this the amphitheater. So you can see you got a big stage there, cement area in front of the stage. I'm guessing that's for seating, and then a grass area outside of that. So it'll be interesting to see what types of concerts they are going to, or shows they are going to put on here for the cruise crowd, because usually that's a day activity, but who knows, maybe they'll be doing nighttime concerts here for people that are local to the community or staying at local resorts. Have to see who they're bringing in. Sorry for the background noise, there is some construction still going on here. Here's another pavilion, but it looks like a temporary pavilion. That's the guy with the blower. Here's that restaurant, so we'll take a walk over there. Got some really nice gardens right here, actually. So we'll check those out on the way back. So you've got these pink and green buildings here. Don't quite know what they are. Let's go check out. So this is nice. Got this nice wood dock here. I remember them building this and carving this out. They essentially, it's a dock for smaller boats to pull up and dock. So it's kind of a pretty cool space. Look back at some of these gardens. So guys, apologies for the technical difficulties that we'll just say, I was going to say we had, but I had in getting the live stream started. As I said, it's the first time I've ever scheduled a live stream ahead of time and then had to kick it off. So I had to figure out how to do that. Eventually got there. Looks like we've had some people just join us, so welcome. We're gone through a lot of the space so far. We've seen the marketplace and some of the shops and restaurants that they are putting in. There is a lot to be done yet here. The base structure is all there, but there's things still being worked on, plazas still being worked on, and stores and restaurants that are not open yet. So I'd say maybe 50% of the shopping and restaurants is here and open. Maybe not even that, maybe 35, 40%. So there's still some work to be done here. Just to get a place of where you are, if you know Nassau well and that main front street, we're still in the port, but we're all the way down past. Ship is setting off its emergency alert, probably for a test. All right, that's it. Maybe it's done. But we're down past the straw markets, and there's the Tropicana. That's the building where Luca Kyrie used to be. Now it's out on that pavilion. Here's Senior Frogs and the Hilton, or what used to be the Hilton. Looks like it's being worked on, so maybe someone bought it up and they're going to fix it up. So we're pretty far down to Nassau. Over there is the, I can't remember the name of that building, something Harbor. But on the other side of that is Margaritaville. So we've walked pretty far down. Now this is interesting. I think if I remember on the directory, this is listed to be a restaurant. So this would be a pretty cool location for a restaurant. Looks like it's 2 levels, got a nice balcony on top, maybe an observation area on the very top. Looks like it has glass barriers up there, so it looks like people would be able to go up there. We kind of got this really cool walkabout area here. I don't know what to call it, but it kind of just ends on this curved pier. You got nice benches. Looks like there's lighting for at night. So this seems like a pretty cool spot to hang out. If you want to let your kids run around on the grass here. I know nothing about having a child that needs to burn off energy. I say that very sarcastically because I know my wife is listening into this, and I think my child is listening to this, and he definitely needs to burn off energy. So it's a way to go about it. So looks like you can't circle all the way about. All you can do is get to the ship pier, though. I doubt that's supposed to be open. I think that's Carnival yelling. There we go. Got yelled at again. So lots of construction. I mean, it's been a pretty major revamp for Nassau the last couple years. The new buildings down at this end, Margaritaville coming in. You have Baja Mar. Granted, that's not right in Nassau. You have to take some transportation to get there. But you've got that to really be the only competitor to Atlantis. So hopefully that makes Atlantis up their game even further. Another view back to that restaurant. What's going to be a restaurant, I'll tell you, from what I can see in, it's empty in there. So it's got a long way to go before it's actually a restaurant. But this is cool. This is a major uplift from the previous port. If you are used to that port, this is a major upgrade. A lot more shopping, which is fine. I was never a big fan of the shopping huts to begin with. Just not my thing, but more restaurants. You got the amphitheater, so hopefully there'll be shows going on there. And but really, I think it's the open space that does it. You know, usually you get off Nassau, you're cramped getting off the pier, going through what I used to call the gauntlet of vendors and taxi cab drivers trying to get you to, go with them on a tour or get somewhere. Not always the most comfortable area. Let's take a walk through these gardens here. This much more open. Obviously, you can see the tons of open space that we have. So big fan of that. This kind of takes us over to the back of the amphitheater. And you could walk right out onto the pier of the ship, though I'm guessing they don't want you to do that. But I think when this is all said and done, I think this will be really nice. Of course, you still have the town of Nassau back behind you and everything that it has always had to offer, which, for some, it's not their cup of tea. For others, it works great. I've never had a problem with Nassau. It's not the cleanest of places, but it's not it's far from the worst of the island destinations that I've been to. So, and we get here quite often, so we should take advantage of it when we can. So here's another view. We're coming into, you can see that amphitheater. Here's a view of the side stage. Like I said, that cement area in front, so I'm guessing seats would go there. And then you have the grass area behind it. And here's a view back. We kind of just walk along the other side of the gardens here. So we'll walk back through quickly, just back to where we were. For those of you that joined late, just so you can kind of get a quick view of the other places. What I do like is there's a couple different exits to get out to Nassau. So when we first got through the main arrivals area, before you got into the retail and restaurant area, there was an exit. But then there's another exit right here, and I'm pretty sure out closer to the end there was another exit. So that's another nice thing. You just don't have 5-6 ships worth of people all pouring through one exit entry area into Nassau. It kind of gives you the opportunity to spread it out a bit. Lots of parking right here, obviously, for all the tours that they need to host out of the port. So now we're heading back into that retail area. And like I said, this is large. It's bigger. It's a lot bigger amount of retail than I expected to be. There's that Preacher's Kids shop, as you can see, completely empty in there. So lots of work to do. Walking into the sun now, so there'll probably be a lot of glare. Nice new plants there. The Galleria Wine Bar. I'll go down that other section of shopping kiosks so we can see the types of shops that are in there if they were a bit different from the others. I'm excited for that gelato shop. It looks like it is open too. I see people inside. I thought it wasn't open from the other side, but I think I might have been wrong. Maybe? Yeah. There might be workers. Who knows? Yeah, it doesn't look like it's actually open yet, but that's... I don't know. Can't tell. Let's go take a peek. Yeah, looks like it. Looks like they're getting ready to open for the day. So, yeah, come down here, get some gelato. Sounds good to me. And here's the other side of that plaza area that's still under construction. Looks like they have some piping in there, so maybe there'll be a water feature in here. There's that World of Grey Cliff. They do have restroom buildings here. All right, here's the other side of the shopping plaza. Again, a number of these are not open yet, but some are. We got some more trinkets and bags. And this one, other, typical souvenir-y, touristy type items. in a lot of these. And granted, they're just starting. Probably got a lot of the previous vendors of the old shops that have just moved in here, so probably haven't done a lot of decorating yet as they would typically do. Here's the other side of that hair braiding area, huge hair braiding area. Shouldn't be a problem getting your hair braided if that's what you want. Hey Ryan, before we cut your hair, we could have gotten the top of your hair braided. Not anymore though. They got some cool artwork here. Some nice artwork up there on the top level. Yeah. Rebecca, we may need to look at that. Some other shopping and artwork. Here's the back of that taxi stand. Just to call out, I'd say they've done a major investment in the plant life. I hope they're able to keep it going in the hot Bahamian summer. But there's just plant life everywhere, which is great. You know, it used to be so much just concrete and, you know, just very boring before. Nice, wide open, lots of plants. We've got 5 ships in port, and there's a number of people in here. But again, it doesn't feel like you're all crushed into that gauntlet that you used to have here at Nassau. It's fairly spread out for the number of people. We're back here at the Museum of Junkanoo. It says it's open at 9 a.m. every day, 7 days a week. So let's go open the door, see what's in there. Museum and gift shop. Let's see if they're really open. Nope, it's locked, as I expected. Yeah, there's no one at the front desk there, so they're not ready yet. So as I said, still a lot to come together here. I would say most of the infrastructure is here. The buildings are all here. They just have a lot to do to get the rest of the retail and the shopping area. So this is where you're gonna go to get back to the ship. So you go back under this crazy building that I can't tell you what it actually is. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's going to be a cruise port, but I don't know. I could be wrong. But I've always heard that they want to be able to host cruise ships here, and building this up was part of one of the main things to be able to attract a company to host a cruise ship here. And it looks like we would walk under here and over here, to get back on, where you have to show your ship card and your ID in order to get back on the ship. It's like these balls are temporary, and some of them are going flat already. But I'm not going to make you go through the line with me. So that is the new cruise port here in Nassau. I think it's off to a great start. I really like the design. I like some of the features. I like especially the far area near that restaurant at the end of the pier. Very open, not a lot of people out there. And who knows what that restaurant will be. I'm hoping something that focuses on fresh seafood, because that's all I want to eat when I come here. Big and open, lots of retail without even having to go into Nassau. And of course, you can easily go right into Nassau, just cross the street. Exit and go across the street and you're right there. So I'm going to flip it back to me for a second and just thank everyone who joined us today here at the new cruise port, and really appreciate you checking things out. I would ask you to like this live stream and also check out the rest of the Cruises, Rooms, and Reviews channel. Make sure you subscribe. We got tons of content, more content coming almost every week. So go check it out. Hope you enjoy it. And if you do, please subscribe. So this is Matt from Cruises, Rooms, and Reviews. Thanks for joining us today. Happy cruising, everybody.